were carefree, relaxed, and had no problems in your head, these were the days when you created the best. When you get a box of crayons, a box of pastels, and an A4 sheet, hours would go by, but you will be bringing your imagination into paper. We are currently here at the launch of Atlas Colour Sparx Pastels, a new range of pastels being introduced into the market in 4 different variants, specifically made for the love of our beloved kids. Now, today's launch is all about helping the little kids explore their world of imagination. So join us as we see our kids go on their exploration of their imagination with bursts of color and an amazing plethora of imagination. I am Sanrimuda Nayaka and you are with Pulse. Meet the loving parents of Noah. We have Naresh and we have Farhad joining us. We're currently at the launch of Atlas Colour Sparx Pastels. Now, when it comes to Atlas Pastels, I'm pretty sure the both of you would have also used these pastels growing up. If I'm to ask you, you have a very loving son who is busy drawing at the moment. He's colouring away his dinosaur. If I'm to ask you, comparing your child's childhood with yours, what are the differences that you might see?
Well, Atlas has been around in our childhood as well, so we're quite familiar with the brand and the name. But something like this, we've never been, our childhood, we have not really seen. Our coloring has been limited to the walls within our house. And, small games. And playing with the tennis ball was a big deal.
And what about your son? What do you think his experience with arts and crafts are at the moment?
Oh, he loves to draw and color. He's just finding his way with experimenting with colors and different shapes, and so he loves it.
I know mom's a bit shy, but I'm going to ask you one tiny question. Now, your child is busy, he's happy, and then the two of you were invited here. How are you feeling so far, and how are you finding the event?
So, in terms of the event, I think it's pretty progressive to have kids do this, because we never got a chance to explore. And this is quite interesting how you animate your own drawing, and it's the first time that I've seen it. So it's something interesting for us too. So really happy to be here.
With us, the Managing Director at Atlas Auxilia, Mr. Asita Samaravila. Hello to you, Mr. Asita.
Good day to you.
Mr. Asita, now the launch that you have brought forward today, bringing in the concept of unleashing children's imagination, is one of a kind. And the way that you have approached such a launch is also quite new to Sri Lanka. So I must ask you, what motivated you to come up with such a launch and launch some sort of a product?
So as I mentioned, I think our purpose as a company is not just to sell stationery products, but to unleash the potential of the next generation. So what we were very concerned about is that with electronic devices, kids are spending less time developing their hand-eye coordination. But when you develop your hand-eye coordination, you're activating much more brain cells, and you're developing your imagination, your creativity, your cognitive thinking, and so on and so forth, which you don't get by these devices. So this was the motivation that we had.
And in terms of the approach that you have taken for a launch of your new product, usually it's not just what we see. What we see is, okay, this is the product, this is how we're going to introduce it to the market. But here, you've included both the creative aspect that you wanted children to unleash and also brought in the technology that is there in today's day and age. What made you think of such a concept?
So you're absolutely right. You worded it very correctly to say that, for the modern children, it's not about just taking a pastel and painting. You have to have that creativity, you have to have concepts, you have to relate it to the modern world, and especially for people living in the rural areas or the suburban areas. This also gives them an opportunity to enjoy that creativity that they may not be able to outside.
Here at the Atlas Colour Sparx launch, it's not just about having kids to draw their imaginations off, but it's also about having activities where parents can spend a lot of quality time with their children. We have one such parent right over here who's spending a wonderful time with her lovely son. Please meet Mrs. Mariam. Hello to you, Mariam.
Hello.
Mariam, a quick thing. Now, you seem to be enjoying a lot with your child. He's drawing at his dinosaur. What do you as a parent think about today's launch and these activities?
Actually, this is a good thing for a child to come forward and talk to the show his talent and bring out his talents and all. So far, like I am very happy about it.
So, Mariam, as you are with your child and he's going at coloring, I just wanted to ask you, do you think your son Dawood is more into a tech-savvy person, or do you think he is more into the attributes of drawing, coloring and the physical activities?
He is into coloring and all physical activities. He does coloring at home very much, and he was the one who is enjoying it as well. Like he likes dinosaurs, so he was the one who chose it to do the coloring.